For the last 2 years, I was made to believe that the Deputy President William Ruto bought shares in K24. In fact, I was made to believe that he purchased the entire media max from the Kenyatta family. Because in this country, there is no way you can control the narrative without media fully behind you. There is no way. So I knew and I was convinced that the DP bought MediaMax as part of his strategy for 2022. But something happened yesterday which actually proves that probably the DP has not bought K24 or any shares in MediaMax. Yesterday, Anne Kiguta hosted the punchline. And in her typical fashion, delivered a coded message to the Deputy President William Ruto. And it is my hope and prayer that the allies of the DP will take the advice from Anne Kiguta very seriously. I want us to go through some of the things which I've picked from that Anne Kiguta's interview. You can actually access it on YouTube. I'm saying this because the moment Anne Kiguta started giving that particular punchline, Itumbi, who is probably the spokesperson for the Deputy President, posted something on Twitter. And this is what Itumbi posted. K24 declares William Ruto will not be president because he does not respect his boss. And the boss is the boss. Message delivered through Anne Kiguta. Punchline. Ha 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 ha. Now that's Itumbi. Itumbi is not your ordinary person. This is a man who worked with President Uhuru Kenyatta. This is a man who is currently, can be easily concluded to be the spokesperson of the Deputy President William Ruto. He also understands how these guys operate. And Itumbi is stating here clearly that, Itumbi is stating here clearly that message delivered through Anne Kiguta. Delivered from who? I know most of you might not know, but Anne Kiguta is married to Jomo Geshaga. Then he did another tweet. I think Mutahi Ngunyi made another tweet. Then he now responded again, the same Itumbi, that the fifth state and K24 punchline are scripted by the same person. When Itumbi speaks, sometimes maybe he has certain information. So who scripted Anne Kiguta and who scripted the fifth estate? We all know and we all remember the fifth estate with the tyranny of numbers narrative. Now he's saying Mutahi Ngunyi wrote, Anne Kiguta voiced it. But why did Mutahi Ngunyi compare Uhuru with the soul of the Bible? Number one, Saul died by falling on his own sword in a battle. And Saul tried to kill David, who became king after all. Very interesting. Then K24 posted something 8 hours ago, that there is only one way out for the DP. Now back to this Kiguta issue. It's a serious matter. So if the DP has lost K24, they've lost Mutahi Ngunyi, then the DP has also lost KTN. And KTN, there's another guy, Itumbi failed to point out that KTN has also scripted Tony Gashoka. So basically Tony Gashoka, Mutahi Ngunyi, and Anne Kiguta have been scripted. And Aaron Cheriot said something. By Anne Kiguta posting that William Ruto should persevere like David, does it mean she believes President Uhuru is behaving like Saul? Now, if you read the tweet by Aaron Cheriot and the tweet by Itumbi, basically, they are the same. They were responding from the same WhatsApp group. But now that's not the issue. Let us now focus ourselves. By the way, I'm doing this right in the middle of the road, not in the, in the middle of the road, but just next, I'm outside heading somewhere, but just stop the vehicle outside and it's dark. So I'm using the light from my torch. So it's saying the first point which Anne Kiguta is passing out, which the DP must listen to and his handlers, is the denial. The DP should not deny the fact that their marriage has come to an end. The DP should also not deny the fact that Uhuru and Raila are in the handshake. So that's a clear message which Anne Kiguta delivered to Ruto and his allies very openly, very clearly, and very transparently. So the DP should not continue living in denial. The second message she was delivering was the mere fact that the DP is undermining the president. And this has been said time and again, that the deputy president, his main weakness is that he's undermining the DP. That's why people like Itumbi, who were kicked out by Uhuru Kenyatta, can find solace in his office. Are you getting that? The third point Anne Kiguta was laying bare to them is the strength of Jubilee. Because there's a perception that Uhuru Kenyatta and William Ruto can operate independently without each other, and that Jubilee is strong. Anne Kiguta reminded these people that Jubilee as a political party is not strong. Jubilee is very weak. In fact, the only strong thing, the only reason why Jubilee was strong was because Uhuru and Ruto came together. And if this was scripted the way Dennis Itumbi was alleging, it means the message which was being sent to the DP and the group was that probably the NASA coalition or even the ODM party is much stronger than these two political parties if they were to go separate ways. So that message was also delivered to the DP. And the other message which was delivered to the DP was the political covenant. And Anne Kiguta was very clear that Uhuru and Ruto were in a marriage, and that this marriage has come to an end. And the DP should therefore accept that this marriage has come to an end. Basically, he must accept that this marriage has come to an end, and therefore he must choose options for him. And that takes us to the fourth, another point which Anne Kiguta raised. The options available for the DP and his team. And in the options, Anne Kiguta gave three options. The first option she gave was that the DP can stay put and fight. But what will be the benefit of staying put and fighting and winning? Let's say he fights Uhuru and win against Uhuru. What will be the benefit? Is it worth? Is it worth? That's a question which was being posed by Anne Kiguta. The other option, which I find very interesting, was that she gave the example of Murathe, who had challenged the DP that they can even leave that Jubilee party to them. So what will happen to Jubilee if the likes of David Murathe, Rafael Tuju, and other Jubilee leaders allied to President Uhuru Kenyatta today decides to leave the Jubilee party? Will it strengthen the DP? So they gave those two options. And the last option, which I also found very interesting, is that the DP must accept that Raila and Uhuru were in an alliance, a new alliance, and now he must choose to support it, and if he can't support it, then the DP should ship out. And the other point which Anne Kiguta delivered was very clear. Let the president be the king. We can only have one president at a given time in this country. So basically, she's also alluding to the mere fact that there is probably the DP has been insubordinating the boss. So if you missed that interview by Anne Kiguta, actually Anne Kiguta was interviewing, there was in Gishu women rep, Gladys Sholei, and the Nyeri Town member of parliament, Wambugu Mujiri. And that interview was also very interesting. There were a lot of things which came out of that interview. So if you missed those two interviews, I mean the interview and the punchline by Anne Kiguta, you can get them on K24. But I think the message is out there for the DP that he has only one option: to respect the president and toe the line. And Anne Kiguta also went ahead and gave how the former president persevered under under Mzee Kenyatta, and that the DP should copy from her. Now, that's my take on Anne Kiguta. But what has surprised me, if I go back, is the fact that K24 was not bought by the DP. So if DP doesn't have a media outlet today and is fighting all the media stations in this country today, how is he going to manage the narrative? Is this the reason why he's turned his page into blogging, his official Twitter handle and Facebook? Because the DP has been fighting the nation. He has been fighting the standard. Now he has opened a war with the K24. I want to ask you a question. Do we have any other media outlet in this country bigger than those three media outlets? And if he's going to start that kind of war, is he going to succeed? I don't know what to think, but that's my take. And if you're bumping on this video for the first time, just hit the subscribe button. I'm sorry, maybe, but I'm sure you'll be able to see me. But I had to do this video this night because I found it very interesting. Thank you guys, and please may you have a good day.